Okay, so welcome to 30 Days of Fearless Living. I want to show you all this little book. This is a book that Unity put out called 30 Days of Fearless Living. So I'm actually going to read from it. So there's 30 different little passages. It's just nice little quips. I'm going to read one each day, and because it's now is the time to be without the fear or things just go nutsy. So today's little story is called The Spiritual Journey by Reverend Jim Rosemergy. I'm sure that's not quite right, but Reverend Jim. And he says, human beings fear many things, ranging from loud noises to public speaking, to feelings, to failure, to success, to death. I don't know a single human being who has not experienced fear. However, I do know people who have not allowed fear to dominate their lives. Wherever there is fear, there is also the possibility of courage. To be brave is not to be without fear, but it is to be able to act in spite of fear. In truth, the way beyond fear is through it. And on this journey, we discover something wonderful about ourselves. Unknowingly, fear is the first to call for the courageous of spirit of God that is our true selves. Reverend Jim goes on to say that he has experienced fear in combat. He says not so much that he would die, but that he would be captured and tortured, or that he would never see his family again. He says, I have felt the fear that comes when a loved one is in danger or on the brink of death. And these circumstances came and went. And in their going, I learned what it was to give attention to God in the midst of difficulty. To put our attention on that all that is moment whenever there is difficulty. However, he says, now I am challenged by fears of a different nature. Perhaps they are fears that we share and which we can move beyond together. I wonder at times if I am doing my best. I question whether I am living the life that I am meant to live. Am I resisting the divine plan? Does my life make a difference? Am I living a life of purpose? He says, perhaps in writing this is the beginning of his journey beyond and through the fear. He says, dear friend, talk with somebody about your concerns and what you fear. Also know that you are a person of courage and valor. Every time you voice and face a fear, you may experience anxiety, but you are also one step closer to being free of the paralyzing effects of fear. When we willingly enter into our fears, they lose their power. And the power that God rises up to say, fear not, I am with you. We have work to do together. So in recognizing and putting a name and letting yourself feel whatever it is you need to feel, it's easier to move past it. You know, so many times we come up against these emotions and this crud or this fear, and we're like, because of our situation or because we're taking care of others or whatever, we deny what's going on with ourselves. And when we deny that, that can get backed up like, you know, like a dam blocking the water. And then all of a sudden, kabam, you know, and, and the water floods over and takes over everything, you know, in its sight. And, you know, Superman's not always there to reverse the earth, put the dam back in order. It's not always going to work that way. You got to allow yourself to feel it, to have the strength to know that you are a part of this grander picture of experience. And if you are made from that light and are part of that light, in the end, there's nothing to fear. It's recognizing we're in the middle of this amazing experience. And things that are happening right now is an incredible opportunity to recognize your own self within the experience. You know, recognize everything that you're feeling, fearing, deciding if that's really the case, and deciding, are the fears the what ifs? You know, are they based on what if this and what if that? Because if they are, well, that stuff isn't even here to be concerned about. It's remind ourselves to make these decisions and purpose in the moment, not in a what if zone that's really not even a reality. There's another little book I want to share with you called The Daily Word. And each day there's a separate affirmation and something to consider. And today's big word is strength. How do we have that strength? How do we recognize and understand that all of us are already blessed with the strength we need all the time to do and be our best? The little saying for today goes, there are many types of strength. The physical strength required of my body to perform a particular task. The mental strength of mind to learn new skills or take on a new responsibility, which means we have this beautiful physical body to be able to do what we need to do. Some of us have a little bit more strength than others in terms of physicality, and that's why we work together. But we all have a physical body to experience through, and we all have a mind to make those decisions with. So, and we have a mind that's capable of wrapping itself around new responsibilities, whatever they are. So whatever is going on in our world that we might have to change direction, we have the capacity to change the direction, or to help other people change the direction, to work together for that. We have emotional strength in our hearts to surmount any difficult challenge whatsoever, and to help other people do it too. And it's in that sharing of that strength of courage that we move forward. It's not denying the fear and the anxiety. It's recognizing our place of emotional courage in that oneness of everything that brings it all together and all through. All of these strengths, our physical, our mental, and our emotional, are enhanced when we add our spiritual strength. When we add that trust of guidance, confidence, and comfort from all that is, from the divine source, there becomes a strength to our experience to get through anything, to recognize that we are in an experience and take it for what it is now. And as we include the awareness of God in our experiences, we are infused with greater physical energy, sharper mental acuity, and our heart becomes more peaceful and calm. Our bodies come to a place where it feels safe enough to actually have the energy to make those decisions and do what we need to do, and to help others do those as well. We know that with Spirit, we have strength that we need, both inner and outer, to accomplish, achieve, and overcome anything at all. So again, the word for the day is strength. I want to leave with one more quote from Silver Birch and today. There is nothing in your world that you need worry about. You have within your armory of the Spirit the divine potential which you can utilize to help in any emergency or any crisis that comes your way. You have the armory of the Spirit. You are a part of that divine whole. You can't get away from it. If you're part of Spirit, you draw on that. It's a recognition and an awareness only. And the more of us that do that together, the more that spreads and the stronger we all become. Anybody have anything they'd like to say?
I want to thank you for those uplifting words. They're very effective in this time of everyone having to buckle down. Thank you for your time, your patience, and your wonderful I don't know what else to say.
Sorry, thank you so much.
But just thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you're here, and hopefully we'll share again tomorrow. Okay, great, thank you.